Alright, Guardians, we are on round 2 of the No Guns Nightfall. This is going to be the Titan. Now, as you guys know, when we're going through no guns, the key there is to make sure literally no bullets or fires, not even the Scorch Cannon. Now I'm going to go for with Scorch Cannon on another one, just show you guys how quick you can do it. Honestly, kind of a fun thing to do with the Hunter. But right now we're going to run with the Titan on the Nightfall. It is the Shadow Thief Strike. Words are hard. Arc Burn, Solar Burn, and Void Burn. So pretty much everything can kill you, but you can kill everything either way. Ironclad and Daybreak. Now, Daybreak is nice. Of course, everything's cranked up to 11, so the way to have some fun with that on the Titan is with Sunbreaker. Now, with Sunbreaker, you have a very offensive ability as opposed to the Warlock when you're basically just more about survival. What's up, Raynal? How you doing? If you can always catch me on twitch.tv/Ebontis as well. Got some people catching this one recorded live. Thermite grenades, you can throw them all day long. They send those waves of fire out, usually about 4 of them, so you can get a lot of enemies that way. And then two, just as the grenades are going to be coming back very quickly, you have a lot of these to throw. So, very effective grenade. Incendiary is not bad. It's a decent explosion, pretty powerful. But this one's really good for the waves of enemies and just continual damage, whatever you're doing. Fusion, if you attach it, it's not bad because it's a good chunk of damage. But again, less grenades, less continual damage on the waves of enemies. Now down here, Scorched Earth is kind of what I like to use when you've got Daybreak on. You don't need to worry as much about hitting a certain number of people because most of the enemies are going to be trying to push on you, or you're going to be working on the boss where you can sit there and just burn him down. So honestly, Scorched Earth tends to work a little better. Over here, we've got Explosive Pyre, so if you do kill anything, it does explode, which is always a good thing to spread that damage. And then your survivability is going to be based on Cauterize. Enemies down by your fire, be it grenade, be it your hammer, whatever it is, regenerate your health. So if you have that clutch moment, you need it, now is a good time to always use Cauterize. Now the other one, Firekeeper, while standing in a sunspot, if you kick it off with the sunspot this way, honestly that can be a really helpful thing to do, but unfortunately takes away Cauterize. So depending on the situation, you can have it last longer, maybe get one more hammer, but I'll take the survival on top of it. Now to pair up with my tier 5 grenade is Armamentarium. So you get an extra grenade, so you're pretty much always able to throw that grenade almost the whole time. I've already got Explosive Pyre because I'm not too worried, so I'm not going to use Immolation Fists. Not that worried about that one, honestly. The only thing you'd be going for is Flame Seeker. Not much else is going to be a benefit. So Armamentarium, the exotic of the day for this one. We're going to kick it off. But before we do, just wanted to cover a thing for you guys. I recently got a partnership with Control Freak. So now whenever you guys go to controlfreak.com, if you get thumbsticks for your PlayStation or Xbox or any controllers, honestly, if you don't have thumbstick grips on top of them that Control Freak sells, they've also got their controller grips. But the thumbsticks are one of the crucial things. They've got these ghost ones for Destiny 2. They're actually really cool. They've got the Destiny 2 gold ones with the logo on. All of them give you more traction. They raise the thumbstick up a little bit, give you a little more dexterity to the thumbstick. And honestly, if you're going to be playing for a while, your fingers get a little sweaty. Those regular PlayStation ones just get slick. So pick up some thumbsticks, 10% off with code Ebontis. Use that one anytime you shop at Control Freak, and thank you if you do. But other than that, let's jump into the Nightfall Strike, and we will get this thing rolling, guys. It is a lot of fun with the Titan, so honestly, I could play through this thing a couple times over and not really get bored just because you could have some fun with speed, just explode and everything. It's a really good time with the Titan, so let's jump in and show you how it's done. See you guys on the inside. Alright, Guardians, so when you come in, just start running. The key here is not to double jump. You can single jump. If you fall off this ledge, you tend to wake that one up, but if you run around here and just run, no jumping, you won't wake up the Shriekers, save yourself a little bit of pain. But if you want to see if it's proof, single jump, not waking up. As soon as you double jump, they will definitely wake up. Now again, once you're in this room, it's not a big deal if you wake them up, but again, as you're coming in, just saves you a little bit of pain coming down. Usually that means a little more on exposure, but in general, it's alright. Now for speed's sake, and just so I can actually use my super a little more, because I tend not to, you could use it here. I'll see if I actually need to, because I can actually get a lot of damage out. Seriously, just cook them all. Now, the ones that are going to be kind of difficult are the Titan, the boomers, so I'm just going to have some fun throwing some hammers out here. I'm going to fry this sucker down, come at a different angle. Now, with the sunspots, you're going to be able to melt those guys down pretty quickly, which saves you a lot of time. Instead of just trying to hit them with a hammer, you can sit there and let them fry. Man, I cannot talk in this video. Sorry, guys. Now, the only problem with this one is I cannot get enough damage on that. So, question of the hour. What am I going to do? Fusion grenade, maybe? That might honestly be what I have to do here. Or you can just manage it by not actually going with it, but I want to see if a fusion grenade will actually stick. Nope. What is my third option? Incendiary grenade? Maybe if I can just bounce it at its feet. This is actually kind of a good test for you guys. Not really what I'm going for here. Seriously, he's actually burning. What the hell? Maybe that'll cook it down? Alright, well either way, at this point it does seem like you're just going to have to manage it. So just stay out of its line of fire. It's kind of the key. Just come over here and stay out of its line of fire. Just be very careful. I literally have no way to do damage to it, so you're just going to have to kind of stay up here. Now, if you're back here long enough, a lot of things are going to actually kill itself. And then just be very careful. It's shooting the wall, but it's really, really close. So just watch all that. Those grenades are going to do some work over here, which is good. But you're also going to have the Siva down here, which apparently killed each other already. Most of the hive does seem dead. Sometimes there's a wizard out there. A couple other ogres. But if you wait for a second, as everything does so much damage, you can actually kind of let everything kill each other. It works pretty well. I keep using those grenades, as most of the enemies are dead. Honestly, otherwise you just have to come up here and make sure the gun doesn't get you, staying flush with this wall and watching the enemies. Now again, because you actually have two miniguns up here, you have to pop your super to get through this next section. You're going to have to hit both miniguns with a hammer so they will shut up. You may as well use a hammer up here, take this one down, and then move on forward. And by the time you get up the tunnel and start throwing a few grenades, you'll get your super back anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But again, that's about the only thing. Those miniguns are kind of hard to target. Nothing sticks to them. They're just like weird, non-targetable crap. I was even using scatter grenades on my warlock, and same principle, they could not get tagged. So just one of those weird things. Just watch out what you're fighting and what grenades you have, and sometimes some of these things just do not like to get targeted. Now again, you can see the thermite grenades can hit the enemies. There's a vandal back there somewhere, by the way. But I cannot seem to actually take out these clusters. So again, kind of a weird thing. I'm literally like rolling the fire right through him, and he's not going down. Now the major over here, not too bad. Keep a couple grenades up and you probably should be able to work him down. Apparently if I land one on him, it works. Now that's the vandal I'm talking about. He's a little farther back. You'll find him kind of behind that one. Sometimes he'll move, which makes him a little more interesting. And this is why that wave of damage is so good on that captain. Keep it going. And again, once that cluster is down, start that wave of damage just running over. It's a pretty powerful grenade. Same principle back here. You're going to have a lot of damage from a major vandal back there, so you want to try and find some way to cook him down. This guy's just frustrating. It's not quite as effective. That's why sometimes different grenades work better. Finally got him there. That's the major vandal in the back. That's the one you want to watch out for. So watch him. His triple shots as a major will hurt a lot. That wave of damage will sometimes move him around. But spend a little time, make sure he is down, and then over here you're just going to have a couple enemies. And these guys aren't as bad. This guy does not want to tend to fall off. But as these guys charge you, now is a great time, because you get that wave of damage as these melee guys come charging at you. You can take most of them out, and if you don't, punch one, you'll probably stun them. Now again, as the dregs come in, same principle, keep the waves of grenades going. And again, at a last resort, just pop hammers and go crazy. I would probably save my hammers if you can for Taniks, so you should be able to kill just about every enemy coming in except the one on the ledge. And then if you do need to pop hammers, then you can throw one at him and then the rest at Taniks once you get kind of a reasonable spot here. If you've killed just about everything, you're going to have some damage coming that way. Watch Taniks and his shots. He might get a couple on you, then he's going to start moving around. Now from here, take this time, take out that one vandal, and then just start throwing your hammers. You can start cooking most of the room. About 23,000 when you hit him direct. It's pretty powerful. And then just throw those grenades in the interim. Again, wherever he's at, if he's over there, sometimes he'll be flush up on you right over here on the left. If he's going crazy on teleporting, again, just be careful with that. Now, the thermite grenade might not be the best option. Somehow I feel like it could be working against me here. Doesn't help when I bounce it the wrong direction, of course. My super is almost up again, though, and you're probably going to be able to do pretty good with what you've got. So really just watch those grenades. If you can get a reasonable line on him. Over here on the side. Trying to do those grenades. I need to get a little more recovery back. He is way back here. I don't know if you guys, I saw that one coming straight down the pipe at me, so that sucked. I don't know what the grip best grenade is going to be. I mean, I have the checkpoint here. I was trying to go no deaths. But honestly, right here, yeah, you've got to take everything out. So here, like for speed, just start going nuts. Like, Just take these guys out. Take the Vandal out in the back. Take the Major out back there. Have some fun. This guy in the back should probably go down from a grenade. This guy back here should probably take a couple. Couple grenades should melt these guys down. I mean, they work. They work really well, actually, these grenades do. But it's just that verticality because it goes across the floor. That dude is standing on a ledge and I can't kill him. These guys are going to charge. Let them line up and you'll pretty much kill them all in a line. It's kind of fun. But as you go, watch the dregs. Again, they still have their dreg grenade throwing school beastness there. That one is terrible because it's just floating in the air. But as more guys come out, you'll have the one regular Vandal. Always cracks me up every time. He did not get the Siva upgrade, so be careful about him. That one Vandal's just going to hide back there where he's basically he's head glitching me, which is cute. There we go. Now Taniks is probably going to come out because my last enemies will be these couple. Once they go down, then the fun will commence. Really? I gotta kill. Oh, completely wasted my super. Well, not entirely, but not a great super run there. Couple grenade shots. The grenade, every time it hits him, it's like 5,000 to 8,000 damage. I mean, it's a lot of damage. You just have to... It's kind of a weird thing to line up occasionally. Sometimes it works, sometimes it bounces off a pebble and points the wrong direction. Never quite know. Because over here on my left is actually better because I get those waves at him. It's pretty easy to aim. Unlike the solar grenades, he doesn't continue to cook, which is a little harder. But basically you're looking for some, having some fun with the super here. If you get low on health, just be careful. He should... I still haven't done that much damage to him, unfortunately. Well, that's going to be a terrible grenade. So far, not doing great. And then I kind of sit here and I wonder, like, would something along the lines of... That dude is still back there? Alright, well, you're just wasting my time. He's done. See, and then you get too aggressive. You take one. By the time that one hits you and actually does the damage of like a direct hit, that second one's going to kill you. Alright, so I'm having some issues doing some damage to him. So, just for the sake of mixing it up, we're going to go Incendiary. Watch this. Now these hit harder, you just have less continual damage with them. But they do a big chunk of damage pretty damn quick. That's also why Cauterize will save your life sometimes. Just remember that. Cauterize, the joys of getting health back when you do fire damage. Always a good thing. This captain is always fun. Trying to continue to fry. The nice thing about Incendiary, it does set them on fire, so he continues to burn down so his shield doesn't come back up. So that may actually be a better option. Now, trying to keep my super up so I can get a reasonable shot. Armamentarium treating me pretty well there. There we go. This guy, if I can get a decent bounce... See, I still at least hurt him with that one. Thermite is just kind of limited. If you've got the waves like in the next room where nothing's like vertical, it can probably work a little better. But these guys just keep walking in. You can probably punch a couple of them. Yeah. Continually do that damage. Yeah, they go down pretty quick. Then you're going to have the drags coming in. That was a nice bounce. On the bank shot. Whew, those are working well. A little early on the bank shot there. Come on. Boom. Next. Bank. Boom. This dude. This one dude. There, he's finally down. Got a couple over here. Or the one, really. That ought to do it. Come on, Taniks. How you doing? Try and get some damage on him early here because he's actually in one spot. That was a pretty good chunk. And I've got 2 Incendiary Grenades. These are a little better because they're going to have a little bigger radius. And you're bound to at least get some damage on him. If not all, the one explosion is for like 27. So you only need that one occasional connect that's going to be a little more powerful. So it does seem that probably Incendiary Grenades are probably going to be the way to go for at least part of this. Now the next room I might beg to differ just because the Thermite Grenade can do so much damage to the groups of ads that you're going to be dealing with in that next room in the catch. A little bobbing and weaving there. That's cute. Totally whiffed. Nope, still got him though. Alright, well I'm just going to finish him off because by the time I get up, he's going to be up to the top. And he's immune, so good times. Enjoy my hammer there, sir. Wait for that psych out, because he'll like teleport in, teleport out. Real quick maneuver, just trying to tease you a bit. I did die on this one. My warlock was no deaths, so if I need to do another video, I can. Put in the comments below if you want to see no deaths, but I think you guys get the idea. A little experimenting sometimes is required. And once you guys come up here, this is one where I actually would probably go with Thermite, because Taniks is going to be a little easier to hit, just kind of more directional. And then also you can kind of get those waves on the actual enemies too. Occasionally punch those if you need, but hammers are going to be your best thing anyway. So right here, just make sure you don't hit these little cords. You can have these waves kind of clearing everything out. Turn back around here, and honestly just light this door up. I would tell you to probably save your super for Taniks, but you're going to have so many enemies coming in down there, and you can still get a little damage on Tan. Oh, I actually fired a bullet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ran out of super. But now you can sit here and fire your grenades. Now, they're not going to be quite as effective sometimes, but sometimes they are actually going to be better because you get that continual damage at them, which is kind of nice. You get those waves. And as that continues to hit him, you can just literally move back and forth. Shimmy between which side of the door he thinks you're on. Keep that damage going. A lot of it should travel down the stairs, which is nice. Once your super comes up, you should be able to finish most of what you need to do damage-wise. But yeah, those scatter grenades, I have had them explode and basically kill me, and it sucks. So be careful about using scatters on the Warlock. They tend to get shot out of the air, and it's just kind of one of those things that's hard to control, and then when they hit you hard. How's that not hurting him? Yeah. Well, hammers are up, so we're going for it. If I can actually hit anything, that'd be awesome. There. Goodness. Just a few guys out there. A whole lot of fire things happening. Still trying to work his health down. That was a terrible, terrible throw. Yeah, so far the Warlock still wins, because you won't die, because you probably can revive yourself once every minute or so. And two, those solar grenades are just so nice, because they're just that field of death. Really, really nice. If you do take one of those pretty close or damage, just be careful, let that recovery take effect. It's more important than trying to make sure everything dies. Oh, like this. Get that recovery back, switch sides of the room. Now he's probably in the back of it now, which it would, nope, he's still over here. I gotta get some more damage on him, it seems. He's hiding behind that little pillar. This will be a couple shots of damage. So not as fast, because, yep, I knew he was going down there sometime soon. Now when he goes down there, you're gonna have some more ads that come out. So remember they're coming. If you stay here at the doorway, just line them up. But remember, Taniks is still down there. Now, these grenades are going to do a lot for me. But just remember, you're going to have quite a few enemies around, especially the Shanks. They can shoot at you, and they can kind of hurt a little bit. Taniks will still be down there, so you really got some distance on those throws. To get to Taniks, you really got to chunk them up in the air. Occasionally, these guys just melt with a nice melee, which is kind of fun. Now, back this far, you can get some really nice distance on these throws. Now, as more enemies come out, you're going to have some dregs coming out of the doorway, so another grenade literally right down that tunnel is perfect. Because the dregs that come out will basically be faced with a wall of fire, and there's not much they can do about it. So press on up, depending on how many things are left. That's why it's kind of nice to actually clear this room with your hammers. As they're coming out of the doorway, you've got less to deal with. Yeah, all these guys down here are dead. Now, next thing, don't wait too long in that tunnel, because you want to come right down here and start your grenades going down this hallway. Now, if you're not going for no guns, you're just going to finish this thing off, the main thing you're looking for is the Scorch Cannons. They do so much damage to the tank, it is kind of insane. I'm trying to vaporize all these guys if I can. Somewhere there's a Scorch Cannon. Captain. He's hiding in the doorway. He's scared. There he is. So yeah, this, if you hit the upper deck of the actual, if you basically hit like the turret and then explode it, with the burns, you'll do like 3/4 of the damn tank's health. It's insane. But before you get to the tank, as soon as it drops, you're going to have these enemies coming out over here. So watch for those. And know that there's also a Scorch Cannon captain over here. So you can literally finish the tank in about 10 seconds if you use both Scorch Cannons. Use this one, run over there, have that one down. So pretty much what I would do is jump up here. I want to target it literally right there on the turret, kind of between where the turret attaches to the body. You can get a lot of damage that way. And then basically run over here, then kill this guy and pick it up, and you can finish the tank off almost instantaneously. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's just really, really effective. I'm not going to do that for bullet's sake, so you guys can see no guns, no ability, just abilities only. This dude is about done. Punch him. Punch still works if you're holding the cannon. Now from here, you can do this one of a couple ways. You can just start throwing the grenades out and just go for the waves of damage. Gotta make sure you're lined up right. And splash damage still hurts. So again, lining everything up right here. Yep, just get those waves of damage going across. You can hit the tank in multiple areas. Obviously, watch taking those shots square on, but this actually works fairly well so you can see, but you can still get that angle. Right up here on this little lip. But the more effective way to do this, now if he drops down, you can't get quite as much damage. I'm going to get a crazy amount of damage literally just with my grenades. But I'm going to finish him off with my hammers once he actually wakes back up. Takes a little bit for him to wake up. You do want to watch out for the exploder shanks though. Be very careful of that. But you also want to watch this side of the room, because those exploder shanks will come out. Not the exploder shanks as much. You don't want to listen for them, but these Scorch Cannons will ruin your day. So if you did miss a Scorch Cannon, you still want to take the tank out, you've got a couple more options, but these are the ones that will suck. You want to make sure and try and line up that staircase with some type of damage continually like that, looking for those. I want to make sure just about everything is down. You have so many Scorch Cannons, it's kind of crazy. It's like if you shoot this one and you can't pick this one up, they last for a little while. So come back here, pick this one up. That's pretty much the best way to finish the tank off, but again, ability-wise, we're going hammers, so we're cooking him. So that's going to do a lot of damage, continually cook. You've got some exploder shanks around the corner there, so watch for those. Yep, all that stuff just died. And again, or you can just sit back here and just throw. This is one of the best lines of fire, because you actually get a pretty direct shot at the boss. Continual damage on him. Once he actually comes back up from being damaged, you can usually hit all the limbs. And you're pretty safe from all the ads that are going to be coming out. Just keep listening for those exploder shanks. You're usually going to have about 6 out there, so just keep that in mind. Again, I keep damaging him not... Ow! The Vandal, of course, going to ruin my day. The Vandals will go away once you kill the tank, so just keep that in mind too. Once you get enough damage, you're going to have more Vandals coming that way, and maybe one trying to ruin your day over here. But most of them should be alright. If you need that little shield, always punch something. The random exploder shank that was still out there. It's probably going to die from that grenade right there. Wait for it. Ta-da! Done. Everything will disappear. Or I'm going to die by a Vandal because I thought the tank was dead. Is he still alive? He is still alive. Are you kidding me? Alright, well just fry now, will you? Doesn't take much. But yeah, you can kill it a lot faster. I'm trying to save my hammers for the next section because I'm just this close already. How am I doing that much damage yet not killing the tank? It's like he won't die. I don't quite know what I have to do to kill him. Finally, there we go. Goodness, that was longer than it should have ever been. Now once he dies, all the enemies that are around are going to dissipate like him. Watch the shots, but they will dissipate. The only thing that will remain is going to be about 3 shanks and then 3 drag. They will be around. These grenades, solar still works pretty well because of their shields. And then you'll have 3 drags somewhere. Yep, here we go. Line them up. Now, before you cross this threshold, try and make sure everything's all ready. So what you kind of want to do is be ready with your hammers. I would probably try and throw your grenades out a little bit here, and then honestly come out here, pop the boss, and then back up, and just start throwing those things. He's going to do a lot of damage if he tags you, so try and get those things out there. If you do enough damage, you'll move him all the way through to the boss room. Just try. Now, if you're coming around the corner and you see shanks coming, that means he's going to be right around this corner. You did it like kind of a first stage of damage. Second phase of damage, he's right here, and you're going to see these Vandals. And again, you do have to do enough damage to him, so you can't just keep killing the Vandals. They don't stop. So you have to do enough damage to him to move him on to the next phase. Now here, wait for your super, wait for your grenades. Pretty much what you can do is come out here, throw one grenade on this upper deck, pop your super, and then just be ready with the super damage. Keep throwing the hammers. It's a lot of fun to throw the hammers at the big bosses. One more. Now be careful, if you do enough damage, he's going to be pretty much headed over to you. Teleporting down. Now again, those grenades really start to work him down, so be careful. Hide behind this wall. When you hear that teleport, come on over here to the side. Might have to try and do this one a little bit faster to do it in half an hour, but we will see. But back here in this doorway is where all the enemies are going to come out, right back there. So if you can just keep the grenades going back towards him, to these enemies, they're all just going to walk out and kind of get melted. Most of them will. You'll see those just keep stacking up. A lot of dregs, a couple vandals. Taniks will be around, but if you can kill more of the enemies before he comes out, then you really don't have to worry as much about them. Again, if you want a decent line again, right here's a decent place to put a grenade as well, as that grenade will take most of the guys out coming down that run. But he's also going to be coming at you, so be careful. Now, a lot of the guys are probably dying, but if you miss some of the vandals, sometimes they will be actually up top here, so just remember that. Now, it's Siva Cluster time, so again, these are not going to be as helpful for the grenades, so we're actually going to have to switch over to Incendiary. Hits the boss bigger, which is still fine, but just keep in mind you do have to make that switch, because those things just do not want to work. I switched on Fusion, didn't I? Which, while not bad, the Incendiary works better for the radius. Alright, so thread the needle, baseball chunk right back there. Wow, really? That might actually kill it still, I'm not sure. That'll do it. 13 grand, definitely. They only have like 5,000 or 6,000 health. Having some terrible throws on these right now. That one worked pretty well, though. That will take care of the back one. I've got a couple more to go. This is where something like a throwing knife actually is more helpful than you would imagine. Now, you could use your hammers there, but this is why I want to have my hammers out. If you're above him here, and kind of just stay out of his line of fire, you can really go nuts with the hammers, cook him down, and then you should be able to... I fired another bullet again. Alright, well, sorry about that. And once you're back here, you're on the next phase. Now, it's honestly up to you which way you want to do this. You can go incendiary grenades until you take care of the clusters. You see the clusters? Just because they're going to be back there and they're not going away until you kill them all. Or you can go thermite grenades, kill the enemies, and then go in the other order. Either way you do it, just keep in mind you've got to kill all of the stuff that's out there. So trying to take out the Siva clusters early can be helpful. Of course, I cannot aim. Now, once you get a good grouping of enemies, it's never a bad time to have some fun with your hammers. Like, this is going to hurt. So many guys right here. Now, Taniks is usually not right here on top of me, which is just all sorts of uncool. If that happens, just be careful. He'll eventually kind of push back, but watch out. Sometimes that will actually happen, and that's a bad day. He's usually not that close. So if you got hide, kind of pull back, make sure you got cover on both angles, and you should be in reasonable shape. Sometimes he just really wants to ruin your day. He's pretty good at it, too. That Scorch Cannon of his is probably one of the harder hitting things in the entire game when it hits you square on. It's one of those when you're like looking down the barrel of the gun and then it hits you square in the nose like you're seeing a bug hit your windshield. Yeah, those suck. Super's already back up, so if you want to use it again, you can. But as I'm down to minimal enemies, trying to go for a few grenades so I can use the super on Taniks. You're going down. Come on. I was like, you get some big explosions if you get the grenade really close. So these last couple can take you just a little while. I still got 4 minutes to go. I still might be able to do this in half an hour, even with a couple deaths. Alright, go for a little decent aiming with these grenades. Get a decent... Really? I hit like a pebble of something. Well, that one should do that one. And then... Let's see if I can get this one to run all the way down there. Maybe? See if that'll actually kill it. Now, if his power fades, that means I did not get them all. So I've got this one in the back still. That should take that one out. Now we're on Taniks. So now you could, if you're running guns, you could honestly just use a sniper rifle from back here and never get that close. But as we have no guns, we're going a little more up close and personal. Now his third phase, he will literally teleport into the middle thing again, just like phase 0. So what I want to do, and again, if there's any straggler enemies down there, it's definitely your time to take those out. But also just try and smash Taniks as much as you can with those hammers. Use those grenades. Let's see if we can finish this thing up. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Alright, so he's teleported back to the middle. Your safest spot is actually going to be right back over here. Because he's going to be out in the middle, but you've got a couple clusters you can get to from this side. But you're going to avoid actually a fair amount of the exploder shanks if you do it this way. So just keep that in mind. You'll have some of the turret shanks come up, so watch for those. They'll be around. But you're also going to have some invisible enemies here. Now you want to make sure you've got one grenade up so you can take those out. There's some more exploder shanks across the way. There's also a turret up on his deck. The invisible enemies are the hard ones, and that's what I would save my super for first. Just because you never quite know when they're going to be coming up. He hurts a lot, though. And these guys, if they're just right around the corner, there's one of them. He's over there just frying away. Now again, if you need to pop your hammers or super there, I got 249 left. I can definitely do this. Vandals are down. He is really annoying on that one. He's got like the perfect angle on it when he's hovering over there. So you got to come over to the other side to get that last one. Might actually be able to. Watch the exploder shanks, they'll still be floating around. Now, if you get him, if you can get him walking at you, it's a good time to get your super. If he's kind of up towards this front section, pop your super once your health comes back, and then just start throwing those hammers. Because what you're going to do is he's not going to be able to run quite as far away as quickly. Ah. Are you kidding me? Sometimes there's a few stragglers that take half the match to come out. Normally I like to kill all the enemies I can before I actually start going for Taniks, but as he's pretty low at this point, we're going for some time, trying to see if we can finish him off. Got a few straggler enemies out there, but that is the nice thing about actually sitting back here. You'll actually be able to avoid most of the enemies because they don't tend to actually come back over here, it seems. Now, I could be wrong, so be careful. If you got to take your time and you're not a few deaths in, you probably have a little more time to work him down. But it's hammer time again. We're going to finish this off. He literally walked out of my line of sight, you jerk. Should finish him right here, though. That's a wrap. Make sure no exploder shanks get to you in this last little second, and we are good to go.
You prevented Siva from restarting Taniks' mercenary operation.
Unfortunately, it was not a perfect run, but as you guys saw, it was only early on, and I just didn't want to restart. Everything else actually went pretty well.
Will have plenty of opportunities to study Siva.
On to the Hunter. This is going to be the one that makes me pull my hair out. A little slower than I wanted, but actually still within 30 minutes, which is funny. Oh, I don't know. Sure, I'll use a skeleton key, because in a couple weeks, I'm really not going to have a choice. Or not really going to have much to use them on. Hooray! Well, that is the Titan one. As always, guys, follow me on Twitch to watch these live, twitch.tv/Ebontis. You guys can follow me there. If you really want to support me, subscribe there. That helps as well. On YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel. Hit that alert bell if you want those notifications. And, of course, on Twitter, I kind of follow and do all the news upkeeping on a lot of things there. So, in all places, I am Ebontis. And, of course, if you want that discounted Control Freak, use that code Ebontis with your purchase, and you'll enjoy that. On to the Hunter. We'll see how this one goes. This could be a struggle. So, see you guys on the other side. 2 down.